Everyone, today I'll be showing a simple ascending descending order necklace. A couple of days ago I had uploaded a video of a black and white a short chain which had beads in the ascending descending order. So today I would just show you how I actually will make something like that with the use of a Jhumka mold. This is a simple mold that I have here. I have a little bit of clay. It's very easy to start off with. Now I would essentially use just these sizes and nothing bigger than that. But you're free to use based on the design that you have in mind. So what I would start off with is I'll just apply a little bit of oil. Take a small quantity of clay. Cut off the excess, and I have one here. Now it's okay that the piece does not come off in the perfect shape, but the reason over here, let me remind you that this is for the size reference, because this is going to ultimately change shape. We're not going to retain this as a Jhumka, so that is the main thing. So if that is the center bead that we are looking at, then obviously we'll need two more on the left and the right side of it. So this is the size we used for this. Now we use two of these. You have one here. You would eventually see how this would get, how this is an easy way to make a collection of ascending descending order pieces. So at every stage what I'm doing is this bead I've used in this size, and then these two are the smaller sizes which will go on either sides. Now I'll use two more which will go on these two sides. I'm just very lightly oiling it. I'm not heavily oiling the whole thing, because I don't want my clay to be very slippery. You have that. Now if you see, I've used these three sizes. You can also start off here with this being the center bead, and if that is the case, then you would obviously need two of these sizes, two of these sizes, and two of this size. So what I'm doing over here is, with just the help of this particular Jhumka mold, I am getting relevant sizes from small to big and then big to small, which is why I call it more like an ascending descending order kind of a necklace. So say if I have to just elongate this a little bit more, so what I would do is I just get one more bead in this size. There you go. Probably one in this big one. Oh, yeah, I think, like I said, don't worry about it. I actually just missed to apply a little bit of oil, but the whole thing is out, so it's okay really. Again, this is going to become into a round shape, so it's fine that the shape is this way. Now I'll just maybe one last one, which will be the smaller size. So just to go back again on the sizes, this is this. These two beads are this one. These two beads are the smaller one. These two beads are even more smaller. Now I'll take two more in this. This would generally be the last size. I don't go beyond this for beads in this particular one, unless you're using a needle and you want to make really small holes. And there you go. You have this particular arrangement. It's visibly clear with regard to how this is looking now. You would probably get a rough idea of how this whole thing is starting to look. Now what we can do is we can start working on the shape of each of these beads. Just make it into a round bead. On this one I can maybe show a couple of really simple designs, and you can see how that completes the piece. So now you can see that it's, the order is visibly maintained. I don't have to say anything more beyond this. So in this case, obviously if you want to make it a little longer, I would suggest that you can go one size smaller than this and then continue with the same size for the rest of the chain, because this is going to be, if this is going to be worn as a choker, which is a closed neck chain, this is ideally going to come towards the back, so you can just have similar same size beads behind. So to start off with the design, I will just use my knife. Start off with this, go on to draw a line in the center. I think I have already uploaded how this design is being done. Just a small variation. I had used a pen refill or a pen cap to do the curves down for this kind of a flower. Today I will just be using the pen itself. The knife itself. So what I'll do is I'll just do designs like this. Just something like this. One suggestion that I have is you don't want the clay to be very wet while working on designs, because at every stage you have to understand that when you are doing something like this, you might be pressing it and changing and distorting shape if the clay is very wet. So in this case, what I would suggest is that you may just want to leave the beads for a couple of minutes and then start working on the design. And the next step, what I would do is I'll just draw a couple of dots like this. This is just a pen refill that I'm using. You can use anything you want. You go. Something like this here. So you can do the same design to all of these, and that will look quite nice. Doesn't need a pendant per se. There you go. Now with an oil lined refill, we make the hole. I would generally do it from both ends because I don't want any excess clay sticking out from either of the sides. So yeah. Yeah, this is just perfect actually, so I don't have to really do it from the other end. So is this. And there you go. you have, now let's just rearrange this. And this. So we have a set like this. In this particular order without a pendant and just with the help of beads. So if you like what you see, like the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and thank you so much for watching, everyone.